Good afternoon and welcome back to Bowl TV on Extra Frame for the 2017 United States Bowling Congress Queens, taking place at the Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm Aaron Smith, alongside Emil Williams Jr. and Jason Thomas. This is B squad, the final squad of qualifying here in 2017. 5-game block. The rest of our competitors already have their 15 qualifying games in. Now they get to play the waiting game, while the ladies out on the lanes at the moment are chasing the number. The field started with 162 players. 64 will advance to the double elimination match play bracket. Match play will be starting up tomorrow morning at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. local time here in Baton Rouge. We'll get you a quick recap of how things have gone for C squad much earlier today. A squad just got off the lanes not too long ago. And of course, what B squad is looking at as they combat this 41-foot fresh condition. B squad has had the opportunity to see both the fresh and the burn so far. So this is their second consecutive day on the fresh. Joining us on lanes 27 through 30, we have Robin Orlikowski, Kimmy Davidson, and Jasmine Snell. Snell had a big day yesterday to get to plus 42, so it was in the number heading into the final day. 29 and 30, Anita Arnett, Jody Wessner, and Brianna Cote. Arnett, the second biggest block of all competitors during Friday's second round, to make a big jump. She's at plus 116. Wessner has been steady all week at plus 150. For what we're seeing and guessing so far, for Brianna, 2016 PWBA Tour champion, gonna have to find a way 20 over, 30 over for her overall score, so looking to get 60, 70 over for the day to get into the mix. Again, at the end of the day, we'll know for sure who's in, who's out. Matchups. And one thing we do know is that Kelly Kulik struck a lot last squad. Two-time Queens champion, fired games of 237, 257, 228, 269, and 256 for a 1247 5-game total. That's nearly 250 a game, to bring her overall score to plus 423. Sitting in second, Josie Ernest Barnes, plus 353 in third. Our leader after the first and second round, Lindsay Boomershine. She is on the lanes right now, way over on 5 and 6. You can follow along through live scoring, available on bowl.com and pwba.com. Missy Parkin in fourth, plus 334. Sham Pluhowski, plus 288 in fifth. Tish Johnson, the Hall of Famer, in sixth, plus 269. Our defending champion, Bernice Lim, sitting at plus 169, so she's currently in 15th, so well inside the number. So as the defending champion, she was guaranteed the 64th position, but she could improve upon it through qualifying. Got stronger each block here at the River Center. included the front nine earlier this morning. So she's well within the number. So we're looking at the 64th spot. Currently belongs to Jennifer King, former Team USA and Junior Team USA member. Bit of a rough day. Now has to wait it out. Plus 21. Just ahead of her, tied for 62nd, Amanda Fry and Daphne Tan at plus 23. They're both on this squad. Ami Guerra through all three in the 10th to get to 207 the last game to get to plus 23. She's in the books. Michelle Sterner at plus 27 bowling the squad. Emily Peterson, who's all wrapped up at plus 28. So with one squad left to go, the numbers only jumped up 9 pins so far today. It was plus 12 starting the day. Great shot there by Jasmine. That was Kayla Johnson leaving that stone cold 8 over on 26. Kayla just inside the number, plus 31 heading into today, so looking to maintain and add. Good shots like that will help. Not so good results. Not so much. But she'll take the single pin. Convert and move on. Kimmy Davidson, how about that? Not the way you planned to pick up the 3.679. But regardless, effective. That was cool. Nice cover, Kimmy, at minus a 45. So she's going to have to find a way to get some strikes today as well. Sitting outside that number. Staying clean so far. Does not get rewarded on the good shot in the 5th. Her 3rd single pin. We do have one pair here at the River Center with 4 players on it. All other pairs with 3 on this squad. So most of our matches on here should go, or I shouldn't say matches, because they're just qualifying games. No head-to-head necessarily going on here, except in the overall standings. The competition should roll pretty quickly. Liz Culkin, after early open, has rattled off 5 consecutive strikes. Aria plus 140, looking pretty good position. Liz Johnson on her pair as well, plus 147. We mentioned Amanda Fry a little bit earlier, the rookie left-hander. Rednall off a 5-bagger after 2 early spares. She was at plus 23. Nice spare there, Kayla Johnson. Shot making happening here today. Shannon O'Keefe with the front 6 over on 13 and 14. Already at plus 142. For O'Keefe, she missed the cut last year at the Queens. It was a very, very interesting week of events for her. Of course, this center, constructed in the convention center here specifically for the USBC Women's Championships. That's the main event here, but getting the opportunity to host several other short duration events, including the Queens. And last year, the Queens held in Las Vegas, as was the Women's Championships. So Shannon started her week by taking over the doubles, singles, and all events lead over at the Women's Championships. But unfortunately, that momentum did not translate when she switched centers and went to the Orleans. Ended up just missing the cut by a few pins after 15 games. But the tricky part there, O'Keefe had already made the stepladder finals of the PWBA Sonoma County Open, which was going to be taped there in a few days. So she had 3 or 4 days. I guess only 2 days. 2 days and change. To sit around, kind of think about what happened. She didn't dwell on it very long, knowing there was a bigger task at hand. She went on to claim her first individual title on the PWBA Tour, having already won a doubles title at the Lucy the previous year with Bill O'Neill. Went on to defend that title on her way to a 3-win season. But a roller coaster trip for her. Not looking to make it even close here in 2017. Well inside the number. Off to that great start. There's one thing I've noticed, at least by our feature pairs here, players getting a little bit more aggressive with where they're playing. Definitely some folks, especially on the right side, a big full step to the left from where we saw a lot of players attempting to attack the lanes. Jasmine Snell being one of those. Struggled on the... No, she struggled on the burn, but she's been solid on the fresh. Had a big day yesterday to get to plus 42. And continuing that trend here in round 3. Liz Culkin ran that string of strikes all the way up to the 10th frame, could have shot 279. She left a 10-pin her first shot of the 10th, though. But the conversion can be in the 250s. Great shot there for Kimmy. Sets up the 10th. Can get to 221. Once again, as we get closer and closer, we'll look a little longer, a little harder at that cut line. Tough break for Cote there. One of those players outside the number. See if she can give the 4-9 a run here. Juliana Franco, one pair to our right, going to be in the 250s. She's already at plus 106. Jasmine Snow. Gotten to see her a few times over the course of events like this, the Women's Championships, and becoming more and more impressed every time I get the opportunity to watch her bowl. She's made some really, really good shots here in the early going, and going to have a chance to get into the 240s with one more strike. Tell right away she didn't like that one, stood up on it. The start's going to give her a little bit of breathing room heading into the last 4 games. Holy cow. Just checked Facebook. Over at the Open Championships, looks like we had teams move into first and second place.
In doubles?
In doubles. It looks like Jacob and Doug Kent.
How about that?
Father-son duo. And Tim Pfeiffer and Chris Bardole just a few pins behind him.
2 really good teams right there.
Chris Bardole looks like he tossed a 300 in there as well.
Nice bowl and congrats to the Kent family.
Chrissy was just in town bowling the women's championships a few days ago. See, something finally happened while I wasn't there, so that's good. Glad they're keeping Matt Cannizzaro busy over there. How about that?
Well, I expect to finish tonight here in this last qualifying squad to probably be just as exciting.
Nah, we got that covered. I mean, business is going to pick up when you have the back-to-back PWBA Player of the Year hanging out on Extra Frame. So Liz Johnson coming up next on 27 and 28 at plus 176. Brianna gets to 204. She'll drop to minus 35, but could have been a lot more if that 4-9 would have cooperated a little bit. Shame on it. One final shot on 29 and 30. Most of the pairs finishing up here, game one. It's again 5 game blocks. 3 of 3. So after this, all competitors will have 15 games in the books. Just like that. It's quiet again. Not for very long, though.
Game 2 already. 41 feet. This fresh pattern. 27.78 milliliters. We take a look back at when we started the practice sessions. Seemed that players would be able to play a variety of angles. Maybe be in their respective comfort zones, wherever that may be. And for the most part, we've seen some variety, but perhaps not as much. Seen players, again, play them relatively straight. We've seen them play the middle of the lane or close to it. Maybe a couple arrows difference at least. All right, Sarah's ready. much Liz can potentially add to her total this round. Michelle Sterner at +3. Had a big game a couple days ago. Opened up the Burn Squad. Be on Thursday, 278 at that point.
Michelle had some struggles yesterday. They unfortunately continued here in the early going. I think she was in the 170. I think she was +27 to start the day. So dropping out of the number, but the good news, she can forget about these last 6 games or so. Reset, and no, she's still still in the mix here.
Oh, no doubt about it. Good shot there from Liz Johnson, right in between first and second arrow. Looked to be about 8 at the arrows. Not uncommon for Liz to be in an area like that in the lane and have some success. Good shot there. Sarah DeSocia. Former collegiate player Sarah is as well. Went to Maryland Eastern Shore. Our final round, or excuse me, final squad of the final round of qualifying. Brought some added fans too. Checking things out. The rain has started to fall as we were returning from our lunch.
It was raining out?
It was raining. still feeling the effects of it.
And you ran.
I did run.
And I walked, and now we're here. You can't let the weather boss you around like that, guy.
Well, I knew that if I got too wet, and with a comfortable temperature here at the venue, it's a little cool, keep the bowlers warm, or comfortable, excuse me, that I might be relatively cold, so I didn't want to get too wet. You also walk slowly.
I walk slow in a lot of situations. I don't know if there's different degrees or percentages of how wet you can get in rain-like situations. So I didn't feel your running versus my walking affected it too much. But regardless, we're here now. Game 2 of 5. It's a nice shot from Sarah. Makes it a double. Amanda Fry, we mentioned, was plus 23 to start the day, got up to plus 79 after one. Starts off at the front 5 over on lanes 9 and 10. Lindsay Boomershine went 196 her first game to drop a few pins to plus 342. Starting off with 3 in a row on 13 and 14. Shannon O'Keefe shot about 230 game 1, front 4. Sherry Tan plus 183. Starting off with 5 in a row on 31 and 32. Her sister, Daphne Tan, one pair to the right. Started off with 4 in a row. She had a big jump as well, was in the plus 20s to start her day, and now up to plus 78.
Aaron, you asked a couple questions yesterday that were very, very good. Said we would revisit those. And we should after some time to think. One, I still don't know about the uniform. Talked about jerseys, all from the jersey of Jeannie Franklin. We had some I Dream of Jeannie type jerseys.
She's wearing another one today, by the way.
She is. That one's the original, she told me. It's just Jeannie, the bottle, front and back, and that's how the other 2 jerseys became relevant with fictional or cartoon Jeannie, cartoon Tony, and cartoon Tori. And your question was if you could create a jersey with based off a scene or something along those lines of a show, sitcom, etc., what would it be? Still don't know exactly. Too many to name. The shows still stand. Fresh Prince, Martin, Cosby.
Oh, if it was a skit, I know which one you would take, but
Well, that actually might. That was not too hard to do, I don't think.
nice cover there for Tanya Lopez. No, I don't think it would be that difficult either, but
I also feel that I can't do it. That would be.
Could you make it more real though if you got Mike Calderon
Exactly.
and myself and I don't know how we would find a classroom to. To make this happen, green screen it maybe.
That could work. As far as the PWBA goes, within not that particular question, but all-time, if you could take all-time players at any era and any year, still a tough question. Create a top 5.
As mentioned yesterday, I feel that will involve a lot of research and debate.
It definitely would be a great debate. It's actually probably something we should revisit with some planning.
Just think about all the great seasons over the course of women's professional bowling. Pretty much take Lisa Wagner any year in the 1980s. Some of those Alita Sill years. Since it's my game and I made it up, I requested U.S. Women's Open Liz Johnson.
It's hard to argue with that pick right there.
'17 Sherry Tan, Game 2, Round 3 B squad.
Round 8.
Sherry already with a few big games, so she's been able to go lights out a few times, and some other pairs that just didn't cooperate quite as well. Since we saw 290 early on the burn, game 1 actually. And you'll actually get to see Sherry's 9th frame partially here on Extra Frame. Since she's on lane 31, we'll get to see her at the line and get to see the ball potentially strike. Quick look. Quick strike. All right, there we go. 9 for 9, Sherry Tan. Here on Bowl TV on Extra Frame. See, I said it and it just appeared on the screen.
Magic.
So when Sherry gets up in frame number 10, we'll be sure to get those as well. Still haven't had a 300 shot. She's already got a high game. Pair of 290s. Sherry and Summer Jasmine. All right, just about that time. Sherry Tanner already at plus 183. Gonna be sticking around a few days no matter what, so she figured, might as well make the cut, bowl some more. Made the show at Fountain Valley, correct?
That is indeed correct.
All right, we're gonna switch over now. See Sherry at the far, far right of your screen. And away she goes. Runs a little high, leaves the 4-7. Sherry's run ends at 9 with the conversion in the 270s. Yowza. That's not supposed to happen. Great shot there by Lopez. Oh, come on, 7-pin. Tiffany is so nice, and the pins are doing that to her. So definitely got some big games going on across the house. Lindsay Boomershine looking to get back into the lead. 7 out of 8 strikes. Shannon O'Keefe, 7 out of 8 strikes. Amanda Fry, we mentioned her a little bit earlier, 247. Liz Culkin's going to be in the 260s. Sherry Tan in the 270s. Sherry Tan, 274. I think she made a ball change there just to try something a little different. Came in a little light, left the 3-6-7-9.
You know, I'll tell you, Aaron, right now, if Liz starts playing there where she's playing now on the Fresh tomorrow, you can see her getting off to a great start, building some momentum. If you can start in your comfort zone, I think that'll be certainly a plus.
Could make for a long day and a long trip for some of her competitors.
There will be some matches, as there always are, where it doesn't matter what you do as an opponent. Whoever you're facing, sometimes there's just no stopping. Particular player for 3 games, you might see some 750s. Get locked into a 3-game match.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with Liz having that type of look, as you say. It definitely plays to her strengths to be right there. Obviously, anywhere she can find a way. Has added those elements over the course of her storied and historic career. But when she's seen this look, and saw the 10-pin last time, obviously 8-pin, great shot. Not going to change anything off that, but even if she gets to the point where maybe is seeing a few 10-pins, maybe seeing a few 4-pins, those are easy fixes. She's not striking or 210ing. Going to keep it in play. Phenomenal spare shooter. She just wears you down. Every once in a while there's mechanical error. Not too often.
Well, in game 2 alone, 268 from Shannon O'Keefe, 274. Let's go the other way. So 274, Sherry Tan. 268, Shannon O'Keefe. 268, Liz Culkin. 247, Amanda Fry. 245, Brooke Bauer. 243, Joey Yo. The decent scores here. Did I mention? Oh, looks like we'll have 250 here momentarily from Lindsey Boomershot. 258 as Lindsey Boomershot just completes game 2. Business has picked up here in game 2.
Ball change on the fill. 198.
All right, already 2 down. Sound like baseball.
See you down. Are we talking about the White Sox? Ha ha.
See, folks, that's what he does. He's a jabber. Very good with the jab. It's his cross and hook that needs work.
That was phenomenal. That was my favorite moment of this entire week so far. That's better than Opera Guy.
Oh, that guy was smooth, though.
That guy was stealing the show for a little bit, but
Let's mark this down, actually. This is the end of game 2, round 3.
end of game 2, round 3.
I need to cut the tape on this one.
All right, game 3. Our competitors are ready to go. Matt Farber delivering the slow clap there. Did not rile up the rest of the crowd, though. It's all about timing with that, Mr. Farber.
Everyone off to game 3. Amanda Green, that's a good opening shot. Amanda got a little work to do. She is coming off a 230-plus game. O'Keefe, good shot. She is plus 245 on lane 32. Amanda Green, Mandy Eaton, and Johanna Puentes. Jessica Malott, Katie Sutphin. Ghislaine Evandertol.
Amanda Green splits the 8-9 for an early double. Minus 43, definitely not out of it. With 3 games to go here. Impressive shots out of the gates here. Amanda Green, PWBA champion. Needing a bit of a rally. She wants to advance on to bracket play tomorrow. Jessica Malott getting ready to step up on lane 30. We've talked a little bit about her and her McKendree teammates here in this facility, winning the NCAA Women's Bowling Championships, as well as the ITC back in April here in Baton Rouge. We have updated standings after 12 available online at bowl.com and at pwba.com. Lindsay Boomershine up to plus 400, right on the nose. Kelly Kulik leads overall at plus 423. Lindsay starting off with 3 in a row here in game 3, so will not be surprised to see her lead once again. Definitely within range. Liz Culkin, the next highest competitor on B squad at plus 266. Sherry Tan with the front 9 last game was up to plus 257. Jamie Martin had a great day yesterday. Solid first day too. At plus 246. Shannon O'Keefe plus 245. Juliana Franco plus 185. Just a few of the B competitors at the top of the standings. Let's look at the cut line. Has gone down a few pins. Now plus 17. Belonging to Johanna Puentes from Colombia at plus 17. She's had a good start through her first 2 games. And we have her here on Bowl TV on Extra Frame right now. Looking for her first double in the 6th. To be up on the left lane in a moment. Caitlin Johnson already in the books at plus 20. Jennifer King in the books, plus 21. Almi Guerra, plus 23. Emily Peterson, plus 28. Nicole Bauer, plus 32. New Wave Finn, plus 33. Marissa Thomas, plus 34. All these bowlers are done as well. Birgit Poplar, plus 39. And our next bowler currently on the lanes above the cut, Alicia Current at plus 52. That's in 55th spot at the moment. Let's look just below the line. Mary Wells at plus 11. Started off with 3 consecutive strikes this game, 8 count. Not a split in the 4th. Kayla Johnson at minus 4. Maria Jose Rodriguez minus 13. It's all the way down in 71st. Jenny Notman, minus 14. Lauren Pate, minus 29. Blair Blumenscheid, minus 39. Brianna Cote, minus 40. We mentioned Amanda Green a little bit earlier, also on the feature pair, minus 43.
Did you mention Liz Culkin already, Anderson?
I mentioned that she's doing really, really well, and it's not Monday night.
It is not Monday night. It's Saturday night.
Saturday night. Liz Culkin is live at the Bowling Center, not on our feature pairs right now. But starting off with 6 in a row. Does not look like she made it 7 though, because she left a 7 count, but it's had a big day so far. To hop into the top 10, 258, 268 to start. She's over on lanes 37 and 38. Converted the spare, so good strikeout to shoot 800 for her first 3 games.
They're trying to give the Yo record books a run.
Yeah, 803 still out there for her first 3. Of course, the record books, something Liz already a part of several times. We made the Monday night reference back in October, I believe. Liz has set the women's all-time series record. And she started her league night, which was just happened to be a Monday night, with a spare, and then she did not miss the rest of the night. Go back 35 for 890. Then a few months later, I'm actually going to double check this to make sure we got it. So that was in October 17th, 2016. A few months later, February 6th, started with the front 33. Fortunately did not strike on that first offering, looking to become the first female to bowl 900. Finished up with 879, so in this crazy world with millions of millions of millions of millions and billions of three-game series rolled over the course of time, Liz Culkin has two of the three highest ever by female competitors. That's pretty darn cool. Liz, of course, also former Junior Team USA member, gold medalist at the World Bowling Youth Championships, NCAA champion. I believe was the first bowler to record a perfect game in 2015 on tour. Also a title that season in Topeka. And now looking to do cool things here. Actually made the Queens show back in 2015. Needed to go to extra frames in her match. I believe that was against Maria Jose Rodriguez. England's Bertie Crawley. 6 strikes in a row after a spare in the second, strike in the first. Could go 280 this game. She's at plus 54. That'd be a sizable jump. Make things a little bit easier for those last 2 games.
From our angle, Aaron, it looks like Liz is playing outside, similar to Jessica Malott, but again, it's tough to tell from here. But it looks relatively direct. I see a lot of players playing direct today. This squad on the fresh.
One player trending, unfortunately, in the incorrect direction, having some struggles since day one. Daria Payuk was second overall in the plus 170 range. Was plus 73 heading into game number 3, and she's on 26, so that 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. It's her first shot of the 10th. She gets the 3. She's going to be at 149. So she's going to drop to plus 22. She's going to need a real short memory here for these final two. Remember what was working earlier? Obviously, that was, they started on the burn, but just the execution points. That's what helped her get her, but she's going to be right near the number with 2 to go now.
It's going to be a fight for sure. But you said it best. You've got to remember what the core principles are, what got you to where you are currently.
Be a nice game for Mandy Edom. .221 with the conversion. Amanda Green, .218. Gonna get down to minus 25, so getting closer and closer to plus. And just 2 games left. Katie Sutphin can get into the 220s. Jessica Malott, 254. Get her to plus 177. Liz Culkin shoots 257, so she's going to be better than plus 300 now. A little 783 to kick things off today. Wasn't sure anyone was going to have that kind of look on the fresh. Liz getting it done. Great bowling right there.
That is pretty impressive bowling. That's when so you know, you get confidence brewing. I think most importantly, you know, clearly just learning what works throughout the week. continuing to gather information, process, and then correctly apply it. All right, coming to the stage on 29 and 30, Stephanie Adams, Brooke Bauer, and Rocio Restrepo. On 27 and 28. We'll have Maria Jose Rodriguez and Sarah Minch. And then finally, on 27 and 28, we'll have a 4-player crew. So we will also add Lindsay Boomershine and Mary Wells. They are just finishing up. Lindsay with 219 on lane 24. Mary Wells at plus 11. Try not to give any pins back before she makes her way on to game 4 on 27 and 28. Hold on, ball. Open in the 10th for Mary, 189. And so now she will be even with 2 games to play. Lauren Pate, she gave 300 a run earlier in the event. Now at -4 with 2 games to go. Liz Culkin a little closer to us now on lane 33. She starts out with 9 spare, 9 spare. She is plus 323. As Aaron talked about her hot start to the day. First shot for Restrepo. 1-2-8-10 washout. All right, we're underway on 27 and 28. Lindsey Boomershine struck. Plus 419 now for Lindsey with 2 games to go. Jessica Malott now down, or up, excuse me, up to plus 177. Good spare by Maria, and she is ecstatic about that at -2. So Rodriguez trying to make a run here in the final 2 games. Once the scores are updated, we'll take a look at the cut line. This is game 4 of 5. Appreciate you tuning in. Bill Williams Jr. with Aaron Smith, Jason Thomas. The PWA staff and USBC staff to Neil Milliken, Greg Moore, Kathy Waka, Kathy Kavicki. Of course, our friends and our staff who are not on site. Thank you for tuning in on Extra Frame, the online bowling channel of the Professional Bowlers Association. Appreciate the partnership with the BBA. First major qualifying nearly complete. Aaron asked me again yesterday that I think there would be a roll-off for the final spot into match play bracket. Still think there will be. Of course, we won't know for sure for another game in 3 quarters. Lindsey Boomershine has done a lot of striking this week. We talked about it after the first day of qualifying. Had the lead, has held on to it. Talked about our rest and recuperation from a knee injury. Did not bowl in Sacramento nor Fountain Valley. Of course, a new mother as well, so take all of that into account, and a little bit of rest, relaxation, time with her son, and she is back in business and showing certainly why she has always been one of the better players with just tons of talent, going back to certainly her collegiate days at Nebraska. Competed for her first PWBA title last season on TV. Finished second to the Rocio Restrepo at the St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. And it all looks like it's coming together right now. Another good shot, 3 in a row for Boomershine. all came together for Restrepo last year, but not this game so far. Now a 4-7-10 to deal with. CO right now comfortable at plus 119, but gotta be careful. 4-pin there for Rodriguez. Amanda Fry now to plus 108. Kelly Kulik has had the round of the event so far. It happened this afternoon. The A squad got a chance to bowl on the burn, and she set the lanes on fire. 12:47 for 5 games. Good shot there for Lauren Pate off camera. Rebecca Martin now with the front 7 over on lane 37. She'll be stepping up soon, looking for the front 8. Rebecca Martin from Australia. Now leaves the bucket. Deanna Holstenberg at plus 107. She has the first 5 in a row over on lane 11. Standings for the Queens after 13 games for Squad B, or B Squad, I should say. And Lindsay Boomershine just doing her thing here. 219 last game. Front 4 here. Couple pins behind Kelly Kulik. Lindsay, of course, can reclaim the lead here momentarily. Liz Culkin, mentioned her hot start, 783 for the first 3 games. Culkin clean through 7 frames here in game 4. Mentioned Daria Payo is struggling a little bit. And saw her number fall all the way down to plus 22. She got the memo, of course, with 2 games to go. Strike 9 spare, 5 in a row, and now what looks to be a 4-pin. Garcia made a very important split there in frame 5, and now we'll deal with the bucket. This game looks like Rocio will have to make sure that the spare ball is working. She's been very confident in her spare game. But cannot afford to give away any pins. Overshine for 5 in a row. That one's outside. And a good 9 count. Leaves the head pin. Tomorrow, match play will begin at 9 a.m. with the left side of the bracket. We'll re-oil, and then at 11:30 a.m. we'll have the right side of the bracket. At 1:30, all winners will then compete. After those matches conclude, we will re-oil. Then we'll have first round contenders matches at 4 p.m. 16 bowlers will then be eliminated after that. At 6 p.m. all remaining contenders matches and bowlers will hit the lanes where 16 others will be eliminated. On Monday, match play will begin at 8 a.m. 16 winners and 16 contenders. We'll move forward throughout by the time Monday is complete. We will know all 5 seeds for the 2017 USBC Queens telecast. It will air at 10 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday night. Will air again at 1 a.m. Wednesday morning, and then again at prime time on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's take a look at the cut line at the moment. It stands plus 13. Gabby Mayfield is plus 11. She was in the A squad. She has completed her day. Jasmine Young-Nathan in C squad. She is the number. She has completed bowling. She bowled this morning. Brooke Bauer is plus 17. She is bowling currently. Again, Daria Payuk, we mentioned her, falling to plus 22 now in 60th. But already in the 2 teams at the moment here in game 4 as we get set to conclude. Alongside Aaron Smith and Jason Thomas, my name is Emil Williams Jr. Thank you for watching. All right, Restrepo open in the 6th, 9 spare in the 7th. Now a 4-7. Let's see where Rowe is hanging out in the standings. Of course, folks, you can follow along. Be sure to check the standings at bowl.com/Queens. Click on the information tab and the picture of Bernie Slim, the defending champion, or pwba.com/live. Also visit pwba.com, just the homepage. Click on the slider. We'll have you covered there. Live scoring available as well, especially as we get into Game 5. Maria's going to need some help. Crosses over and carries the Brooklyn side, and a much-needed three-bagger. For the Columbia native. Restrepo is 33rd at plus 119. Missy Klug has struggled this round here so far. 504 for the first 3. And Klug bowled very well yesterday at the first 2 days with plus 54 on Thursday, plus 87 yesterday. And so Missy, let's see where and how she finished here before some of these screens change, as the bowlers just about done with game number 4. All right, there's Missy on lane 35. Nine spare in the 10th. Looking at 185, Rodriguez. Now with 4 in a row. The Baton Rouge, the local bowling community now have made their way into the stands, of course, as well. Mary Wells. And cannot get the 10 to fall on the 4 pin. Restrepo cannot convert on the washout. So Rosia with 122 in the 9th here in game number 4. This will be her lowest game of the tournament. Other scores to note. Again, Payuk finishes with 246. Again, got the message. Now back to plus 68 in some better positioning. Amanda Green, 244, giving it a run now at plus 19. If the cut number would remain, she would be inside that number. In fact, would probably be the number at this moment, depending on what Brooke Bauer did. Brittany Smith shot 222. She is now at plus 71. Carolyn Dorn-Ballard is plus 77, 9 spare in the 10th. As she awaits her field shot. Alicia Current on to plus 88, shot 210 in game 4. Missy Klug, you mentioned, 184. She is down now to plus 29. So Missy Klug is going to need a game here to ensure she is inside the cut. And Rocio Restrepo opened in the 10th after the split, 131. Rowe has had some success. We've talked about it early in 2017. Made a couple of shows. She will compete no matter what on Tuesday. She'd love to give herself a chance, of course, to be competing here in match play at the Queens tomorrow. She'll have to shake this game off, learn from it immediately, and move forward. As only Rocio, of course, can. We know she can do that. She needs a game she can usually bring the goods and do what she has to do. Perhaps some, aside from the pattern itself of week 1, the events themselves, of course, but some bit of adversity here for Rocio. Now she'll have to perform down to plus 50. Of course, not too bleak. She's not even per se, but another game like that and it would be a different story. So she can stay out of the split zone and stay clean. She should certainly make a cut. Jody Wessner finishing up 179. She's down to plus 10, or excuse me, plus 110. Anita Arnett 209, plus 163. Rodriguez, big 4 in the 10th. Mario is looking to build some momentum and get into the cut potentially this game. Now she will gain some pins, and her game 5 this round will look like it might be the deciding factor. Liz Colkin shot 176 down to plus 299, but talk about building cushion. She shot 783 the first 3 games. Lindsey Boomershine continues to throw good shots. I'm not sure her look has really changed much. I know she was, well, I believe, if I recall correctly, thinking about different balls and things that she could potentially try as the rounds went on. Aaron Smith talked with her about kind of the game plan moving forward after she initially got off to that great start, took the lead on Thursday.
Did chat with Lindsay for a minute. Obviously, going plus 200 early going is going to give you some opportunities. But she said yesterday hitting the fresh, based off of what she had seen in practice, played a little different, which is, you know, bound to happen. Can't 100% go off practice every time. But she was able to use the equipment she was hoping to use, and she was able to stick with that for the first 4 games before finally having to make a ball change in game 5. She had some thoughts about how they might play today, since a little bit later in the day, a few different factors. So she thought that maybe play a little tighter, but I don't recall seeing her use this particular piece of equipment yesterday. So that's one of the things she said, though. She was not concerned necessarily about leading. Obviously, still cool, but just want to gain more information and be as prepared as possible for match play. And with 2:44 that game, she is going to move back in the overall lead when you look at plus minus. Plus 463. Kelly got to 423 over. Is that the number?
I believe that is the number. Yes, sir.
So 161 or better in the finale. Lindsey Boomershine will have led the field each round.
All right, most of the Raising Cane's River Center now into game 5. 27-28. The lone pair with 4 players. Field shot for Sarah Minch, 193. Mary Wells with 2 shots remaining on lane 28. Missy Klug looking for an early double and gets it at plus 29. Trying to remain inside the cut. Natalie Goodman minus 92. Joey Yo on the pair with plus 207 from Singapore. Jamie Martin to our right, 4 in a row. She stands at plus 246. Brittany Smith also on that pair, 31 and 32 that is. She has the front 4 at plus 71.
Just an interesting observation with Missy Klug. We caught her early in the block yesterday. Had a pretty awesome look. Playing much further left than where that first shot, or second shot, excuse me, did not catch the first shot, but that shot in the second frame, much more direct in comparison to what she saw, or how she was playing them yesterday. So been talking a lot about Liz Culkin. We're going to have her on our featured pair to wrap things up here for qualifying. Christy Leong and USBC Hall of Famer and 2-time Queens champion Linda Barnes joining as well.
All right, game 5. Top 63 plus Bernice Lim. Move on to match play, which begins tomorrow. Double elimination. It's the final game of qualifying. Right here on Bull TV on Extra Frame. If you have any players watching, of course, you already know where to find the standings more than likely, as well as the live scoring links, because you can find them in the same places. So if you feel the need to follow along there, please help yourself. Score should be updated momentarily. Of course, says 27-28 has finished things up.
Sure, those standings getting quite a few clicks at the moment. A lot of refreshes.
All right, updated scores. Boomer Shine back in the lead at plus 463. That's not the number any of you will care about at this particular moment in time. Let us scroll all the way down to 64, where the number remains plus 13. Still with a chance to get there right now. 3 players on this squad: Maria Jose Rodriguez, Lauren Pate, and Kayla Johnson. Rodriguez at plus 8, Pate at plus 7, Johnson at plus 6. Also around the number is Johanna Puentes, minus 15. Brooke Bauer is minus 19. Still in the cut currently. I mentioned Amanda Green, 244 last game. That put her in 63rd.
Definitely some great resilience there from Amanda Green. An early miscue. Looks like she's going to punch her ticket to the next round. Kayla Johnson.
Well, said she was +6, sitting in 68th place. Front 8 might get it done. How about front 9? I see a 2.8. Hopefully not to 2.810. Just a 2.8 there. So she leaves the 2.8 in the 9th. That already plus and should be at this moment in time on to match play tomorrow.
Nice performance there from Kayla. Let's see, Maria Jose Rodriguez. So for pushing Amanda's score up. Amanda's already in the cut, so we're pushing another player up. That actually kind of puts, Kayla's going to put, looking closer to the +20 Caitlin Johnson score now. Obviously, a lot of folks still left to go. Lauren Pate, one pair to our left. Working on a double. Clean so far at +7. She can definitely find her way to add a few pins. Brooke Bauer, 2 early spares followed by 5 in a row. She's at -19. Maria Jose Rodriguez looking to stay clean with a double through 5. She does that. Pate delivers 3 in a row there. Some trouble in frame 7 for Missy Klug.
I think right now it's going to be up to Missy Klug. Kayla Johnson doing what she is doing. Brooke Bauer is gone spare 5-bagger. She is -19. Johanna Puentes, let's find her. Brittany Smith in the 260s. Final shot, 267. Nice game to end qualifying for Brittany Smith. Christy Leon with a 4-bagger as well on this pair. Joey Yo. Crawley who's a 210. All right, Brooke Bauer up. Looking for 6 in a row. 10 back.
No doubter right there. Oh, this is going to get real fun here down the stretch.
That's it.
Lauren Pate leaves a 10-pin after 3 in a row on 25. Going to be close. Double in the 10th. Obviously, spare first. Double in the 10th would be pretty big. Verdi Crawley, that was her 4th split in a row after a solid start, but Ari at 153. Even worst case scenario, another open gets 9. 162 -38. Should still be in the 40 range, better than +45. So, despite not the finish she was looking for, it looks like it will keep her in the cut. Pate converts the spare.
Kayla Johnson ended with 266. Amanda Green 246. Oh, +72 for Kayla Johnson. +65 for Amanda Green. That'll be in the number. Keep an eye on again. Johanna Puentes and Brooke Bauer. Puentes is stepping up in the 8th frame momentarily. CDB at plus 53. Double spare strike. Ashley Rucker quietly has had a good qualifying. Few blocks here, almost a nasty 7, but I think, I don't know what pin it was that clipped it. Let me see if we get a look at Brooke Bauer's 10th frame. Ron Smith.
What? Absolutely, sir. We'll get that prepared. Brooke bowling pretty well here this last game. Her sister Nicole, I believe, was in the number.
She is at plus 32. 57th. Missy Klug. All right, she spares in the 9th. Missy just 3 pins behind Nicole Bauer, who finished up last squad. Maria Jose Rodriguez plus 8. 7 count in the 8th.
Looks like a 6-9-10 for her.
All right, 10th frame for Klug, as you will see.
So she can get to a 205 plus 34. Be her max. Lauren Pate up. Oh my goodness. Did not realize that. Oh. Lauren Pate fouled on her spare attempt. She had converted it, but fouled. Drops her max down to 1.
Wow.
198 now.
Oh, what a shot that was from Klug.
So we'll get her spare attempt and then get the first shot of the 10th for Brooke Bauer.
Hold on, ball. All right. Now Brooke Bauer. 7 in a row. Back 7 currently. Popped up on it and crosses over.
I think we'll gladly take a 5-pin in that situation.
The best Missy Klug can do now is shoot 194, which will put her at plus 23. And she would be ahead of at least 2 other players and tied with Naomi Guerra. But you can't throw it any better than what she did in the first shot in that frame.
Johanna Puentes can max out at 247 still. She was at minus 15. Maria Jose Rodriguez can get to 225. She was at plus 8. Obviously, Brooke covered up that spare. We'll get her fill ball right here. Yeah, math.
Good shot from Natalie Goodman there. Good to see Natalie back out bowling.
Brooke Bauer gets to plus 38 and jumps into the number. Johanna Puentes left a single pin to start her 10th frame. Looks like a 7-pin. I think she might have needed that hit.
Again, the number coming in to this game was plus 13.
Gonna go real quick to Maria Jose Rodriguez here. Plus 8 working on a strike. She is starting her 10th frame. Max out 225 and through the nose. Doesn't split. Makes the conversion. She may have needed that one though. 205 her max score now. Would put her at plus 13.
Fuentes finishes with 224. Boy, Rocio made it interesting. Couple opens in frame 6 and 8, 6, 8, and 9. That was a huge double.
Gets 9, 171. So she will lose 29 pins. Puts her at plus 21.
Boy, all of a sudden, Missy Klug is. Didn't expect that, but you can tell based on Rocio's last game we talked about, it would be important for her to, if she could just stay clean, she'd be able to fill frames. She should be okay. And a couple opens, didn't see them on split. And now plus 21. Maria finishes at plus 13. Fuentes at plus 9. So coming in, let's see, Klug remains in the cut. She was in. Peterson Almiguerra plus 23. With Klug now, Jennifer King and Rocio now tied at plus 21.
I think that might be the number.
Amanda Green has moved on up. Maria Jose can only get to plus 13. Lauren Pate plus 3. Kayla Johnson had shot 260. She's in. And I did not see, Brooke Bauer plus 38. Shoots 257 to make the jump.
So I had Kayla Johnson and Brooke Bauer out of the cut going back into the cut. So if that is the case, that would why don't we switch the cameras over to our pair still going while we do some math, get some bowling going. But Jasmine Young Nathan from Singapore. Was 64th at plus 13, so she's going to drop. Amanda Green was 63rd. But she moved up. So Caitlin Johnson at plus 20. Unless someone else fell out of the cut that we missed. Just is that tie for 63rd or 64th, though?
It very well could be a tie for the last spot. But that's why we wait for official tallies and numbers.
They're just starting the 10th frame. Lindsey Boomershine is going to be our qualifying leader. Despite a few miscues late in this game. Gonna finish 177 at plus 440. So congratulations, Lindsey. Took a few weeks off after a knee injury. Decided to rest up, heal up for the Queens. Certainly paid off. CDB doing what Hall of Famers do when they need a game. Stay clean, take advantage of a few doubles. You may split in there, 222. So she gets a plus 75. I want to say, all unofficial, of course, plus 21, 63, 64. If I'm wrong, possibly a roll off.
Well, folks, again, staff going to tally up, make sure things are correct, and give us the official number. We're going to stay live until that announcement is made. So you will know prior to going to sleep and getting on with your Saturday night what the number is, especially, of course, if you are expecting a bowl tomorrow. All right, so hang with us, folks. We'll be right back, keeping everything going. There could be silence momentarily, or silence, but hey, relax, it'll be cool.
Why does text not? Like it just. Why do you not have text go live when it's happening? Or is that still preview? No, that's fine. So I was like even. So were y'all going with Tyler more? Here's your phone. You didn't call your mom? Tell her what you're doing?
Folks, just wanted to check in with you. Still tallying up the scores. We know it's close, and we know at least 2 people have the same score. So making sure, double and triple checking. So that announcement hopefully won't be too much longer, but just wanted to give you a quick update. So hang tight with us here on Extra Frame. Well, all right. So there was a tie, but not a tie for 64th place, folks. So, again, the minus 21, as we thought, was the number. The tie, however, for 63rd place. So Jen King and Rocio Restrepo both move on to tomorrow's match play bracket. So exciting. Rocio had some struggles down the stretch, but ultimately had to double in the 10th frame, and I believe she got 9 on the fill to ensure a spot in tomorrow's bracket. So that will be long-lasting and something to look forward to. So be with us tomorrow. Left side of the bracket begins at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Bracket play left side tomorrow. Be sure to check the schedule. That can also be found, of course, on bowl.com/Queens. Check the schedule for tomorrow's run of events. Of course, for standings, results, and everything else you need, of course, in the bracket, bowl.com/Queens and pwba.com/live. Fun-filled day, fun-filled couple of days of qualifying. And now on to the main dish or main encore ingredients, if you will, on to tomorrow. So for Aaron Smith and Jason Thomas, our entire staff and crew, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We say so long for now. We will talk to you in the morning. Enjoy the rest of your night, folks. You have been watching the 2017 USBC Queens. This is Bowl TV on Extra Frame.